Hi there, this is Laura with Mom Envy, and this is how you're going to use the Crown Valentine holders in Cricut Design Space. So I had to come up with a workaround because the traditional files just weren't working in Cricut. So it's going to take two different steps to be able to make your own. The first thing you're going to need to do is to download your files from my website. And once you've done that, this is how you're going to actually make the files. So the first thing you're going to do is start with a new canvas in Cricut Design Space. And you're going to go over here into the left-hand side and click Upload because we're going to upload our file that we need first. So we're going to click Upload Image. You're going to browse, and you are going to start with the SVG file. So it's going to be the Crown Holder Base SVG. You will click Open, and you can see it over here on the side what it's going to look like. And over in the bottom right-hand side, you're going to click the green Upload button. Once that is uploaded, you're going to come over here to the left and click it and click Add to Canvas. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to the right-hand Layers panel, and you're going to click Ungroup. This is really important for our next step, and I like to do this ahead of time to make sure that it's already done. So over here, click Ungroup, and this is going to make sure that all of this is ungrouped from each other. Now we need to add our design. So we're going to click the Upload again on the left-hand side. You're going to click Upload Image. You're going to browse and find wherever you downloaded the files. So I'm going to work with the Gator, and I'm going to click Open. And I'm going to click Complex. And you're going to click Continue. And you don't have to worry about any of this. All you have to do is click Apply and Continue in the bottom right-hand side. You're going to select the Print Then Cut image and click Upload. Now that it's uploaded, you're going to click this and you're going to click Add to Canvas. Now, as you can see, it's way too big. And so what you're going to do is so that you can kind of see the size of it is up here in your layers panel. You can see the word Gator for that layer. I'm going to drag it down and put it above the crown holder base. And that way I can just see easier how big it is. When you go to one of the corners, you're going to hold down the Shift key to constrain your proportions. So that way, you make sure you don't distort the image. So I'm holding Shift, that way everything is constrained, and I'm gonna just size it until it looks about right. So to look about right, you're gonna want to make sure that the Gator fits and that the word From comes at least slightly below the crown holder portion. Now, that actually looks pretty centered, but if you need to center it, you're just gonna click it and move it over. So now that I've done this, what I need to do is I need to flatten my Gator, whatever design you select, for me it's the Gator, and the crown base together. So on the right hand side in the layers, you're going to select your Gator or your Sloth or your Unicorn or your Monster Truck. And you're going to hit Shift and click Crown Holder Base. That will make sure both are selected. Down at the bottom of the layers panel, you're going to select Flatten. That is now flatten those two together. Now we need to make sure that these cut together when it does print then cut. So I'm going to select in my layers column over here on the right hand side, we're going to select the flatten layer and we're going to hit Shift and select the crown holder base. Then we will come down here and select attach. And this will just make sure that it actually all cuts together when we do our print and cut. Now I purposely made sure that my flattened layer is at the top above the crown holder base layer, and that is how you want to do that. Because otherwise, if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to see all of the black lines when you go to print, and I just don't think it looks as nice. So leave it as it is with the flattened layer on top of the crown base layer. So you're going to come up here when you're ready, and you're going to select Make It. So as you can see, this is what it will look like when it prints. And then what you can't tell is that there's actually going to also be cut lines in addition. So I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to select send to printer. And I'm going to select print. Okay, so once you've printed, you need to select your materials. For this, I do suggest, as you saw in my notes, printing on something that is thicker. So I've printed mine on a heavy cardstock. You can do a medium cardstock also, but it won't be as good as the heavy cardstock. So we'll select our heavy cardstock. We'll hit select. We make sure that we have loaded our correct tools. And then I'm going to come over to my machine and I'm going to load it and then I'm going to cut it. So I loaded it and now I'm going to select my blinking Cricut, which will then cut my file. It's going to register and then it's going to go ahead and cut. So as you can see, even though you couldn't see the cut lines on the screen, you can see there that they have been cut. So when you're all done, this is what it looks like. And all you have to do is fold these up to stick the crowns in. So that's it. You're all done. If you have any other questions, just send me an email and I'll be happy to help.